Hi, this is Noelle Gold from Au Pilates and Fitness. Thank you so much for joining me today for a 30-minute TRX class. Okay, we're going to start with the straps today, just about hip height with your arms extended out in front of you. For a warm up, I just like to warm up the spine with forward flexion and then rotation. So, two of my favorite things to start with is just the roll down and roll out. Start with your arms straight, feet hip distance apart, and take an inhale. On the exhale, you'll drop your chin to your chest and roll all the way down. Once you get out here where your back is flat, give yourself a little bit of thoracic spine extension by pressing down into the handles and lifting the head. Good. Drop your head back down between your elbows and roll up, tucking the pelvis and extending up tall. Inhale again. Exhale, drop, round, roll, extend, and then lower. Tuck the pelvis under, a little bit of a knee bend, and roll yourself back up. Good. Last two, chin to chest, press, roll out, extend, and rolling back in. Nice. Last one. Maybe you get a little bit of hamstring stretch here as well. Good. I feel some cracks along the spine, which is nice. And then rolling back up. Good. So we're going to go into golf swings next. You're going to extend your arms straight out in front of you. Sit back into your heels with a half squat. We're going to rotate to the left first. So the arms go and then the hips follow. And what I'm going to have you do is stop your hips at about 90 degrees. My right leg internally rotated, but then my upper body continues to about 180 degrees all the way behind me. Come back through center, shoulders, hips, set up. We're going to rotate again. Start with the arms, hips follow. Then we're going to rotate even farther, looking behind you, and back through center. You can pick this up a little bit in the pace once you've got the rotation down. Just make sure you're turning that back foot in. Good, so that your hips are rotating all the way around. Good. One more time. And center. Good. Roll the shoulders back and down, shake it off. And we're going to get started with some squat side steps, lunges, curtsy lunges, and some jump skaters. So that's going to be all. Normally, I teach TRX two different ways. So one is I set up for 45 seconds, and you do as many reps as you can in those 45 seconds. Or I'll give you a rep count. Usually that's somewhere between 10 to 20 reps of each thing. But I think that's what I'm going to do today, just to try to keep the time down to about 30 minutes. Okay, so we're going to start this way with the lunge step outs. So feet hip distance apart, elbows are bent to your side. You're going to sit back, squat, and lift. Squat and lift. Now we're going to add to this. So you go squat center, squat right. Center, step out with your left. Center, step out with your right. Good. Center, left, center, right. And if you notice, I'm bending both knees. So it's not a side lunge. I'm literally just alternating from a narrow squat to a wide, narrow, wide. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up. Good. Back to lunges. So I'm going to start with my right leg out and we're going to alternate. So stepping back with my right and bringing it up. Tap, left, tap, right, and left. My arms are working here. And generally, you want to keep your gaze up at the anchor. So try to keep your shoulders back, gaze lifted. 4, 3, 2, good, and one more. Bring it up. Nice. All right, roll the shoulders back and down. And we're going to go into side lunge curtsy. We'll start on the right side and stay on the right side with this one. So we're going to go out to the right, curtsy behind. Out to the right, curtsy behind. I push the straps away from me in the side lunge and I pull them in for the curtsy. Good. And back. Reach. Back. Good. Reach. And back. We'll do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go out to the left now. And I'm going to offer you another modification to make it a little more challenging. You don't put the foot down in the curtsy. So you'll go out to your left, curtsy, hold. Don't put that foot down. Curtsy. Cool, so that's a modification you can use if you want. Or you can go right back to the way that you were doing it on the first side. Three, 2, 1 more. Good, and rest. Okay, so one more thing I want to do in this set is going to be skater or jump crisscross. So you'll start in your feet hip distance apart, lunge position, or sorry, squat position. And we're going to go squat, crisscross the feet, and back to the squat. Crisscross again, and back to the squat. And we'll do that 10 to 12 times. Okay? I'm alternating which foot jumps in the front. All right, so here we go. Squat, cross, cross. Right down into the squat. My arms are helping with the pull. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. All right, now we're going to go into an arm series. So we're going to start, we're going to focus a little bit on the rotator cuff. We're going to start with a low row, opening out for the rotator cuff. Low row is elbows down to the side. When you open up for the rotator cuff, you pull your arms out to the side. Row first, open second. The open, I'm standing up straight at this point. There's not a ton of tension on my straps, but that's okay. But you don't really want to load the rotator cuff too much if you're not used to using it. So from here, it's more about the squeeze of the elbows in and then opening to pull the blades together. Good. Weight is loaded here, and then we open, pull the blades together. Good. So we've got about 6 more of these to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to rotator cuff up. Okay, so a little bit of a different angle here. We're gonna go high row, which is pull elbows out to the side. And once your chest gets up, we're gonna pull the arms up, kind of like a cactus position. Then lower the palms back down, extend the arms out. High row, rotate, return, release. Pull, up, down, release. Good. 3, up, back, down, 4, up, back, down. I want them to be separate movements. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right. Next, we're going to move into knuckles. So I start with my knuckles facing each other, elbows bent out to the side, and hands right near the chest. Feet together, glutes engaged, one straight line from your head to your heels, and we're going to extend the arms out, but the arms stay together. Knuckles stay together. Pull as you rotate your hands in, and then extend back out. Good. Keep those elbows reaching out to the sides. Right to the chest. Everything stays still. 4 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. I feel my grip strength really working in that one as well, which is good because I have a hard time opening up jars. So that should help. All right, the next thing we're going to do is bicep curls, palms up, and we're going to pull up towards the ceiling. Try to keep the elbows lifted. And I always say, try to imagine that you're throwing something over your shoulder. That helps you with the lift of the elbows. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Open I row, Y row. We're going to go out to the sides with both of these. So out to a Y and then up to an I. You may feel like you have different amount of strength in both of these. So find a foot positioning that works for both. I'd rather see you focus more on form and not have to throw your body with momentum. 4 and out. 3 and out. 2 and out. Last one. I and Y. Good. All right, so that's the shoulders for now. We're going to go into 2 or 3 combo moves. And so the combo moves mean there's kind of like 2 exercises in one. The first one's going to be a pistol squat into a single leg deadlift. So we're going to start with the right foot, and we're going to extend it out in front. Lower down, there's your pistol squat, and then you sweep the right leg behind you for a single leg deadlift. Good. So we'll keep that combo together. Lower and reach. Good. Try to keep that right foot off the floor as you go through. And reach. Make sure the heel comes up behind you as high as you can lower your head, right? So this is, consider me a seesaw at this point. So I can't lower my torso if my leg stays here. My leg can only go here, my torso can only go here. So mind that as you go through. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go on to the left leg. Extend it straight out in front of you. Lower down into that pistol squat, straight through to deadlift. 3. You may feel a difference in hamstring tightness from one side to the next. And if that limits your range with the back leg, then just be aware of that with your torso. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, so we're going to do the hip hinge into the overhead squat. This one's one of my favorites. So you kind of send the hips back out and hang from the straps, flexing the toes up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to use the whole back body to pull up and straighten out. Once I get there, I'm on my tiptoes, arms stay up over my head, and I lower down into a squat, push back up to this X position, and then heels down, send my butt back. All right, so hip hinge, overhead squat. Notice my overhead squat is on my toes, but I'm leaning backwards, right? So if I'm leaning backwards, the knees don't go too far over my toes, okay? And then hinge. Hip hinge, overhead squat. Good. Hip hinge, overhead squat. I go from my heels to my toes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, rest. Okay, so next we're going to take this to facing away from the anchor. I want to make sure that you guys can see me in these exercises. So I'm shortening my straps. So I'm going to face that way. However, if your anchor is hooked up to a door, you're most likely going to need to lengthen these out in order to face away. So let's start with push-ups and then tricep presses. This should still keep me in range. Okay. So the lower you bring your hands, the more like a push-up it's actually going to be. Good. The higher you keep your hands, the little bit easier it's going to be. We're focusing on form here. I want you to keep your shoulder blades together. And I definitely want to make sure that you are one straight line from your toes to your nose. All right, so if that's the case, and you can come back here a little bit, keeping your hands low, but you can keep your body nice and tight by scooping your stomach in and squeezing your butt forwards, then let's do that. I bring my arms wide for the push, and then I squeeze them together a little bit at the top. These are definitely unstable, much more unstable than the regular push-up is. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we go into triceps. Again, I'm shortening a little bit just to make sure I stay in frame. And I'm taking my hands up towards the ceiling. As I bring my hands up towards the ceiling, I want to make sure that they're above my shoulders at the beginning. Then I'm going to take my heels together and my toes apart. I'm going to rise up onto tiptoe, and I'm going to press my pelvis forwards. As I do that, my abs engage, and I feel like I can stay a lot tighter from my shoulders all the way down. In that position, we're then going to bend the elbows to bring the forehead towards the knuckles and press away. Notice what I am not doing here is leaving my butt back and just dropping my torso, right? So that might feel like you're doing something initially, but you're not doing enough. So take your butt with you, press it under, and bring the whole body forwards. Now my triceps are really burning. I like to keep the handles together, and then I think about sending my elbows forwards. Press. Good. There's a lot of abs in here, a lot of glutes. We can change up the pace a little bit too. So what we're going to do is go down for 2, up for 2. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Now I'm going to lengthen my straps. I'm still going to face away from the anchor for this. What I want to do is lengthen my straps so that the loop is just below my kneecap. All right, loop below my kneecap. Got it. I'm going to take my right foot, I'm going to put it in to both loops, laces down. Face away from my anchor. Make sure I have room. So if you're anchored to a door, make sure you hop away because you're going to be going backwards. And if there's a door back here, you may need to bring yourself forwards. All right, so we're going to take the hands to the hips. Back knee is bent. Hips are squared in front of us. And we're going to lower and lift. Lower and lift. What I want you to make sure of is that you're putting weight in your heel, the left heel. 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. We add to that by bringing the knee in and starting the arms. So lower, lift, lower, lift. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We add to that by adding a little hop. Hopping is not your thing. That's fine. Stay with level 2, which we just did. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Take that foot out, and we'll move to the other side. Left foot in, laces down. 3 sets of 10 coming up. Square the hips away from your anchor. Shoulders back and down. And we just start 10 regular. Get the weight, train the weight to be in the heel of your standing leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Add the knee pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll notice one leg is much stronger than the other. Or maybe it's just your balance. Good, we're going to add the hop on the next one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That was much harder than the first side. All right, shake it out. Grab some water if you need it. And we're going to take it down to the floor. So let's leave it where it is. You could go a tiny bit lower if you wanted to. So usually say loops at the middle of your calf. My straps are hung a little high, so I can't do that. So when I get into this, I'm going to move pretty quickly. All right, feel free to take rests and pause me if you need to. Okay. So you can go on your elbows or you can go on your hands. In the first one, I generally like to be on my elbows. We're just going to come up to a plank, hold it there, and we're going to saw forwards and backwards. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2 more. And 12. Good. Bring it down. Press your hips back to child's pose if you need to, or just round your back. Good. And then we're going to go into pikes and then knee tucks. So we'll come up. I like to come up to my hands for these. So 2 straight legs, hip lift for pike. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. 2 more. Good. Knees down. Rest if you can. Last one is knee tucks. And with these knee tucks, we're going to go side to side. So I like to stay on my hands for this again. I have more room. And we're going to go straight legs, tuck to the left, tuck to the right. Left and right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Bring it down, take your feet out, press back to child's pose and breathe. Good, let's flip it over. Feet towards your anchor. I'm going to have you grab the straps and start with your legs straight out, loops directly over your toes. Good. From here, we're going to lower back, rolling all the way back, head, neck, and shoulders down. and then rolling up. Chin to chest, pull yourself, and then roll forwards, reach for the stretch. Rolling back. Try not to use the straps too much, but they're there for you if you need them. Good, one more. All right, we're going to go into a rollover and then teaser for the finale. So I'm inching my butt closer to my handles. If you're hooked up to a door, you may not have any room beyond here, so you may have to start this way. Where your feet can rest on your door, they can rest on the floor, wherever you feel like going, but you're going to get pretty tight to these handles. Then you're going to tuck yourself into a tiny ball, and we're going to roll backwards, pushing down into the straps. We press the legs back and over. Okay, pushing the hips up, down into the straps. Slowly roll down, taking the arms out to the side and bringing yourself back up. All right, so we'll do that a little bit quicker, a bit more fluid. Scoop and round, press to roll back. Lower the feet, control as you extend, feet down, press up. Round, reach, roll, lower. Good, round, reach, press, and lower. Nice. One more time. We roll back. Good. And then on the way up, let's roll into a teaser. So don't bend your knees. Press your arms wide. Use those straps to hold you up with the legs extended. Good. Roll it back. Feet come up. Rest your head. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your head. Open the straps out. Press. Lift, 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 lift the body. Hold. See if you can bring the hands back in front of you. Out and lower. Good. Two more. Press, scoop, lift, hold, arms reach, and back down. Last one. You're going to hold it up there. Get ready. Chin to chest. Open the arms out. Hold it up there. And we're going to lower the feet. Lift the feet. Lower the feet. Lift the feet. Working from the low abs. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Knees in, roll back, and release your body. Good. We're going to slowly take the body up and to the side. Quick mermaid stretch. You're going to tuck both feet to your side. Actually, let's do a 90-90. So separate them, knee on the floor. Reach up, reach over. Take your top hand, put it in the triangles. Bottom hand is in the loops. Inhale, exhale, and bring yourself back up. Just take one counter stretch, reaching the straps away. Good. And then separate the handles, rotate, and drop the head, neck, and shoulders down. Press to bring it up. You're going to swap and face the other way. So face away from the camera. And left hand in the loops. Right hand to the ceiling. Side bend over. Put the right hand into the triangles. Reach. Make sure it's side body that you're stretching. Good. Bring it up. Counter stretch by reaching the left arm up. Separate the handles, press away. Dropping the head, neck, and shoulders down. Take one deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Press into the straps. Bring the body up. And thank you so much for joining me for this TRX class. I teach virtual TRX Pilates on Fridays at 9 a.m. Thank you.